iDiskiTV powered by World Sports Betting. The news is out. Kaizer Chiefs have terminated their relationship with Nike. Nike, of course, the biggest brand in the world, the biggest sports brand. Now, surprisingly, Kaizer Chiefs have chosen to go or walk the journey with Kappa. If you were in South Africa in the late 90s, Kappa and Diadora, Italian companies, were sponsoring a lot of these clubs. And of course, the bigger the clubs became, Nike, Adidas and Puma became the norm. Kaizer Chiefs have signed now a 5-year deal with Kappa. We haven't seen Kappa a lot. We've seen them, I think, with SuperSport United, but I think they mostly like lower division, Highlands Park, lower divisions mostly. But I suppose they probably have put in a lot of money because Kaizer Chiefs is the biggest brand in Southern Africa. So Kappa have probably spent a lot of money. It will start next season for 5 consecutive years. So this season, continuation until the end, it will still continue to be Nike. Junior Khanye, our analyst, your reaction to it, because most of the time, Maluzi sponsor in cool as far as Nike, it means maybe they're not happy with your performances, maybe they're not happy with the brand that you are becoming, because Nike wants to align with big brands, about LeBron James, about Barcelona, and all of those big brands.
You're making a good point. That's always something. If you don't win trophies, if you've set the standard and then you don't maintain, this is the situation. We don't know behind. We can't lie. Yeah. We don't know, but you're making a good point. The Nike is one amongst the best. Yeah. And look at the quality. But as we never. If Kaizer Chiefs, I know Kaizer Chiefs amakhala with something else. Of course, you go about the Pefeni boys, Amakus. Colors, you are born a Chesungulungu, Nanya Zamakus, Zagamtaung. But truly speaking, losing a Nike, he raised some questions. So, Nike in faith to Gutiambelapa, Nabi. That's mangithe ibona ngizibuzile ngizibuza ama question kule kwaba ninqondo ukuthi okay, is it because current team is not winning, current players and it's a team nje as a whole is not winning, because sponsors abafuna ukuzassociate nabantu abanga winning anything, some people that doesn't bring anything on the table, bafuna abantu that they win. For instance, I don't think there's any brand that can go into Sundowns now. We need, they're winning. Whether they are pigisa, sfalametro, siavula, they're winning. But if you can say which team that they won iDiskiTV Premiership for the last 4 years or 5 years, I'm just making just in 3 years. Companies will go. If team currently that the pays on top of the league. So we need to be honest as much as we can. Sponsors will go for those people. And when we go individually as a person now, there's many brands who are calling you. Okay, how's the chap? Asenze 1, 2, 3, 4. Abati, it's Gwenze, but Asenze, because they need your name. You're doing wonders. You're very relevant. So, numbers don't lie. Yeah. Unfortunate to lose Nike. For me, I raise a question. So, Kappa. Eng remind about senior renda Mike Maringa Felix Choma Pena Ikhotmanda Sekaslami Abu
Kaizer Chiefs
Johnny's Padime Buchipam Latedi Rudolf Katnasial Ikhotmanum Togish Lawrence Tsigitik Lela Khotman Lela Rol Maliam Leotab study see man so one problem I'm going I know I Khotman whoever you are going cool it reminds saying Shama memories Ebasadla Stadium, but I'm sure my color that they will choose I Kaizer Chiefs in color Bonaba Piwe else going to P win, you don't have to effortless but now people will judge you on the field. I'm sure Nekapa is high expectations which now out is as a brand as Shilo now but put a lot of man probably. They can't as a brand now. Basically clapping on Kaizer Chiefs, they don't go to the higher level. But my expectations and the players, truly speaking, the pressure is always mounting. Even this year, if they're not going to win anything, because I don't think Saipi or Ata, it's team has improved. But truly speaking, winning anything, they must support according to me, among observer, good improvement compare it up a coach Kevin Hunt, Stuart Parkster, Ernest Medidop. Ata is improved, but even him is inexperienced. Competition. Guna team that exobanzim. Winning anything now. I don't think it's angeke win a trophy now, but gune improvement to the team, yes. Yeah. So Kappa na izenga my expectation good chance we coming here babhekile. This is what we're expecting from you guys, yeah.
Yeah. I need to emphasize something before I ask you the last question. Kaizer Chiefs is the biggest brand in Southern Africa. If you are Kappa, a brand that's not really selling much in Africa or globally, you're not even in the top 10 of the sports apparel brands, it's a huge coup for you, because in the last 24 hours, a lot of people are talking about you, videos are being shot about Kappa, news articles, people are commenting about Kappa. So even igama lakho as Kappa, you're already gaining before the relationship has already started. So it's a very, very big deal for Kappa, because Kaizer Chiefs is the biggest brand in the SADC region. I need to ask you one more thing though. Do you think this thing of not winning for a very long time, it can lead to Chiefs losing? Abo Holland, Abo Nissan, can we see more sponsors pulling out because of not winning?
Make no mistake, they've set the standard. Set the standard, you need to maintain it, because there are people who are looking up to you, and now they're always learning. Bafuna ukusebenza balali. So ukungabi lazy kwamanye ama team ifaka pressure now. So truly speaking, ukuphendula lento very simple. Yeah, if you're not winning, sponsors will leave. I'm not too sure truly speaking relationship abanayo kangakanani, but asiko according to kuneponze ngingaspana nazo. Even namanje khona abanye abantu enginokuspana nabo. It's about to give junior, and you ngenza example. The reason we came to you, the reason we came to you, you do 1, 2, 3, 4 boy. Keep it up, but see, expect room for improvement. You give us, and then we'll give it to you. So that's the situation. So if they're not gonna win, the pressure is mounting. Yes, kuna ma sponsor that mean I believe they can say I know. Yes, in manje, you know, we're going to tina as cancel a relationship between you. In situation in jalo ma sponsor sebenza ngas kuleko, you know, when you work nabanye abantu, especially sponsor, kuna my expectations. This
even with that, well sports betting,
simple.
If we don't reach those views and the numbers, the value that they are putting in, either they're gonna say because you're not performing, or we can increase because you are performing.
True. And nabo bazebeze kunentaba ibonile. Yeah, they could go to any company. So as ngisho numbers don't lie. Yiko mina ngihlale ngisho ngithi kulama player lawa lapha, there's a lot of pressure from those angazi bayas. Not only them, the technical team. The team that did well previously in terms of historic city standard. Not is cool. Amagama wethu abantu basas because of the profile. The team is sneaky opportunity, but to play there, you got to break it or make it. When you play there, step your authority. Especially, there's no disciplinary issues. They need to showcase on the field. Truly speaking, it makes sense. And going forward, I nezinyi ponza. Kuzoba ne problem, yeah.
All right, masisimamele into zakuthi ba uTso Vilakazi ucinga ntoni ngalomba wezi sponsors nayo?
Well, I think it's all about change. And not per se really a change, because if you can remember way back, Kappa used to sponsor Chiefs Vele, and yes, Bapuma a picture, and then now they're back. Maybe, you know, becoming the better offer compared to a Nike, and maybe, you know, the relationship. You'll find that maybe they've got, instead of having a 3-year contract with them, maybe it's a 5-year contract with more benefits. You know, but one thing that I'm here about that is good. Our teams, they can get sponsors in terms of you know, carrying clothing. Well, it depends. It depends in terms of the agreement between the sponsors and the team. Because sponsors, they want to associate themselves with the winners. Because why? When the team wins, Maba Winama trophies, the brand, you see the brand in when they give them the trophy, they will be wearing the Kappa. When they give them the trophy, they will be wearing maybe Nike or Adidas and whatsoever. So I think those mileage, they're so important to the sponsors. So that's why it's very important that when they sponsor a team, the team at least they need to win one trophy. You know, so that their brand, they need to advertise that brand very well.
So, do you think the new Kaizer Chiefs
Look, well, you know, I wish I can answer that, but I think Jessica can answer that in terms of the financial part where who teaches in Abanjan. But I think that's another motivation to the team, because if you look at also their history, this year, I think last month, if I'm not mistaken, they were celebrating a birthday of Dr. Kaizer Chiefs. So, and having that, celebrating that birthday of Dr. Kaizer Chiefs, and now the kid that I would say maybe Chiefs started the team, you know, they started to shine with Kappa. So when you see that, also it's such a blessing also in disguise for Dr. Kaizer Chiefs to say, look, it's a birthday and here comes Kappa again. It comes where it started, so they're back again to say, look, we can take this team with this brand in another level. Definitely good deal. Definitely that one. I'll be say I'm 100% sure. You know, Chiefs as one team that they are very good at marketing, and they know how to put their brand to the people. You know, you find Chiefs overseas. I'm a shared Chiefs overseas. So it tells you how much work they put in behind their brand. So definitely sure, there was no way they will leave Nike and go to Kappa if, you know, Kappa didn't come with a very good deal.